talk to you.
Okay, so I'm in a class about Shakespeare, and I was just wondering what you guys know about Shakespeare. If you could just tell me what you know about William Shakespeare just as a person.
He wrote a lot of plays.
Oh my, where do you even start with Shakespeare?
Right? He was a man.
Shakespeare's like one of the most brilliant playwrights ever.
He was a playwright. Back in some century, I think it was 17th century or the 18th century.
He made this theater, the Globe Theater.
I think a lot of people take him too seriously, in my personal opinion, because he wrote beautiful things, but he also, everything's full of fart jokes and penis jokes.
Yes.
And there's a lot of dirtiness.
Yeah.
He was English.
Yes.
He is one of the most famous writers of all time.
But do you know anything about him as a person?
He had a mustache.
I don't know if I know about him as a person. I think that there's a lot of mystery.
Yes. There's a lot of things we don't know about Shakespeare. It's a mystery if he even wrote the plays that have his name on them. A lot of people say that it was a group effort by his actors. It was Charles Marlowe, a friend of Shakespeare, and also really well-known playwright at the time. Well, actually, there was a new diary entry that no one has ever seen yet. It's going to be in the British Library. And, there's a man named Richard Burbage is, one of Shakespeare's greatest actors. He wrote a lot of parts specifically for him. And one night, a young fan from the audience came to Richard Burbage and was like, I think that you were great. How about you come over to my house later on? And here's my name, here's my address. Why don't you come over to my place later? Say that you're Richard III, I'll let you in, and we can get to know each other better. And Shakespeare overhears this, and he says, okay, I know her name, I know her address, I know their code. I'm gonna go to her place first.
Oh no!
He goes in, meets the lady, has a nice time, and then Richard comes in and calls, and Shakespeare is still there. So Shakespeare gives him a message back that says, remember, William the Conqueror was before Richard III. William the Conqueror goes before Richard III.
Yes.
William the Conqueror was before Richard III.
Okay, that's pretty funny.
There you go. So that just gives you a little insight into the kind of person Shakespeare was. So that's just something that I would like you to keep in mind when people are talking about Shakespeare. What a great writer he was, how much influence he had. Like, he was still a human person, and he was very clever, very funny, and an asshole. Shakespeare was a person just like all of us.
Goofball.
Yeah, this guy knows.
He was gay.